Hello, assalamu alaikum. Hello.
Hello.
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. And you?
Are you listening me?
Yeah, so now I can hear you. Yeah. Okay.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Yeah. So now we will start our
Ah,
today's class. Just- So
yes,
basically,
sir.
I will be available only for the Friday and Saturday. Other days, I also busy with my some other tasks. So now we'll start. Okay.
No problem. No problem.
Okay.
I will manage my time with according to that. Okay. Sir,
Okay.
before we start, sir, I requested you for like some PDF and something, sir, but still I
Oh,
didn't got.
PPT. Okay. So I
And
also send you the PPT so that you can easily understand the lecture. Okay. And also send you the some.
sir, my home no internet.
Yeah.
Sir, actually my home no internet, so I am requesting this thing. Please consider my request. Okay. No internet.
Okay, so I will send you this, no problem, for PDF as well as also slide so that we can.
Yes, yes. Sir, because in last two classes we are we had many things left, sir. In last two classes, because
Yeah, yeah.
some problem.
So we also try. We will not finish the exporting part. Okay, so exporting. How can easily export
Exporting
the
part was left.
NDVI?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah. So we also continue this
yes,
process,
sir.
no
Sir,
problem. So let's go. So in this time, I
Mhm.
simply share
Sir,
my
and
screen.
sir, one more thing, sir. Today also, sir, you go with the different techniques like NDVI, NDWI, and all indices, and with satellite images. If satellite images
Yeah, yeah,
extend
yeah,
with
yeah,
number,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
please, so that I can also do my research work in my lab also, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, okay. So I will show you this, no problem. Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
okay. So can you see my screen now? Yeah.
Yes, of course, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So in this time, so we also try to complete the exporting option, no problem. So who will start?
Mm-hmm.
So hi and welcome to the 7 days online training program on Google Earth Engine for emergency analysis. And I am course coordinator. So today this is our full course content. We try to complete all of the topics within the 7 days. And today is our second day, and basically this second day I also try to discuss about that how you can easily filtering and displaying the satellite images, Landsat or Sentinel. So mainly when you want to make the NDVI or NDWI any indices, first of all you need to filter and display the satellite image. Then you can select your specific band, and then you can easily calculate the any indices using this band. So that's why first of all we should know how we can easily filtering and displaying the satellite images using Landsat or
Yes.
Sentinel imagery. Then we also try to move to the how we can easily calculate the indices using the satellite images. Okay. Then we also try to discuss about the band combination. So how can easily use the different types of band combination and identify the different types of feature on the surface. So there's a lot of band combination will be available where you can use the true color composite and false color composite. A lot of
Yes.
band combination will be available here. Some suppose band 432 it's created the true color composite, or bands 543 it's created the false color composite, like this. And every band combination we can use for identify the every feature. For suppose when you want to analyze the vegetation, then we can also use here the false color composite or B543, or we can also use the NDVI for identify the vegetation. Okay, so a lot of band combination indices we are using for identify the different types of feature on the surface. Then how can easily export the satellite images? So here you can see I simply suppose you want to export the satellite images, it can be Landsat or Sentinel for your specific region and a specific time period. You can easily export the satellite images and use the satellite
Mm.
images on the other software, ArcMap or QGIS software. Okay. And then we also try to discuss about that how can easily import, clip, reduce and display the data in Google Earth Engine platform. So mainly previous class I also tried to show you the modis NDVI for a specific time
Yes.
period. Suppose modis
Yes. Yes.
NDVI. So in this time I also continue the another data set. How you can easily import this
Mm-hmm.
and use that display the data in Google Earth Engine platform. And then how can easily make the time series chart of NDVI. So we can easily make the NDVI time series chart for the different time period. Suppose you want to, you can make the 8-day interval time series chart. If you can make the monthly NDVI time series chart. If you want, you can make the yearly NDVI time series chart. Okay, we can easily use the different
Yes, sir.
types of MODIS data as well as also Landsat data we can also use for making the time series chart. Okay. Then I also try to discuss how can easily export any shape file. Suppose you want to easily export any shape file from the different types of river shape file or different types of lake shape file from the Google Earth Engine platform. So we also try to discuss about this. And then how to calculating any indices from the satellite images. Suppose how you can get the equation, how can easily select the satellite images, and how can easily calculating the any indices from the satellite images. It can be NDVI, NDWI, or VCI, TCR, or any indices. How you can easily calculate it. Just you should know what is the equation. You can put the equation and you can easily get the result. Yeah. Okay, so basically this is
Yes.
our course content. So we will try to follow step by step. So first of all, this is the Earth Engine public data catalog, and mainly in this data catalog we can get easily access all of the satellite images. It can be Landsat, Sentinel, MODIS, train, land cover, different types of atmospheric data, and we can get the more than 200 public data set or more than 4,000 new images every day. Get the 5 million images and more than 5 petabytes of data. And basically this is our data catalog. You can see from this link we can easily access all of the Earth Engine data catalog and use this. Okay, so in this time I want to show you that how we can easily import the data set in from the Google Earth Engine platform. How you can easily import the data from Earth Engine data catalog, then how to filter this data, and how to reduce this image collection, and how to clip on your shape file, and then how to display the result on the map. Okay, so and how to reproject the scale pixel value. Basically in previous class I also tried to show you that how you can easily reproject the scale pixel value. Okay, so mainly we can see that our NDVI range is not within the -1 to +1. When you use the MODIS NDVI, then we also need to reproject it this scale value, and then we can get the result.
Yes.
Okay, so in this time I also show you the another data set. So how can easily do this? So suppose for this I simply just copy this link. So basically this is the Earth Engine public data catalog link. So I simply copy this dataset link for accessing all of the dataset in Google Earth Engine platform and open in my browser. So in this time here I can get all of the dataset from Earth Engine dataset. I can easily access. So here you can see. Suppose I want to make the Landsat NDVI. I want to use the Landsat imagery. So I simply search here Landsat NDVI. So in this time here I can get all of the Landsat NDVI satellite images. Suppose Landsat 5, 4, 8, 9. I can get all of the images. You can see here I can get the Landsat 8 collection, 8-day NDVI composite. So when you want to use the 8-day NDVI composite, this image, then you can get the every 8-day time series chart. When you want to use the 32-day NDVI composite, then you can get the every interval time series chart every 32 day. When you want to use the annual NDVI time series chart, then you can get the every year time series chart of NDVI. Suppose you can see the year of 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, this every year. Okay. Suppose all of the image collection when you want to filtering or importing, all of the process is the same. Okay. So in this time, I randomly take the suppose one data set for the, I want to check the annual NDVI composite. Suppose I simply click on the annual. So when you want to use the annual, this composite, then this data set is created the every single year NDVI. Okay, every single year. Suppose year of 2000, 2015, 2016, and when you want to use this data set for making the time series chart, then you can get the every single year NDVI value. Suppose you can take the one value for year of 2013 and another value you can get the year of 2014, then 15, 16, like this. Every single year you can get the value. But when you want to 8-day, then you can get the every 8-day interval and time series chart. Okay, like this. So all of the process is the same. So I also show you only for this data set. You can also try to rest of the data for 8-day, 32-day. Okay, then you can also try to. I hope you can easily understand. So in this time you can see the data set availability. Yeah. You can see data set availability date. So in this time, yeah. You can see this is the dataset availability date is that we can get the dataset between this time period for Landsat 8. When you want to need the Landsat 7, then you can see the another dataset availability date. When you use the Landsat 5 for annual NDVI composite, then you can get the another time period. Okay. So in this time, I want to use this dataset, and here you can see this is dataset provided in the Google. And in this time, I simply copy this Earth Engine snippet. I just simply copy and open in my new code editor. So I simply just open a new code editor in here. I simply open a new code editor, and in this time I simply import this dataset in my new code editor. So So I simply just paste here, you can see, and I put a variable name. Suppose I give the variable name is that suppose I put the variable name is the modis, oh sorry, Landsat. So L8 NDVI. You can put any variable name, it's totally depend on you. In this time you can see this is my full collection of Landsat annual NDVI collection, and it's now stored in this variable. In this variable it is stored in here. Okay, so first of all you can see this image collection has a band. You can see what is the band for this image collection. This band is the NDVI band. Okay, so for this I need to select this band from here. So I simply take another variable. Suppose I simply take the variable. You can put any variable name. So I simply put the variable name is the NDVI. Then I simply call my collection L8 NDVI. I simply call this variable name because this variable is stored full collection of NDVI for annual. So I simply copy this variable name and paste here. Then I need to use a select function, select. And in this time I simply put here my band name. My band name is that NDVI. So this is my band name. Okay. So now from this image collection, and this image collection is stored in this variable. So that's why I simply use the variable name, and then I simply use there the select function and select my NDVI name. So in this time, I want to select my specific time period. Suppose I want to observe the NDVI between the year of 2015 to 2021 or 20. This is my observation type of NDVI. So in this time, I simply take a variable and give the variable name is suppose filter NDVI. You can use any variable name. Okay. In this time, I simply call this variable name NDVI because this NDVI variable is stored my whole image collection with my selective NDVI, this, with my selective band NDVI. Okay, so I simply call this NDVI and then I simply paste here, and then I simply use a function this called the filter date function. So here you can see I want to need the dataset for year of 2015 1st January from suppose year of 2020 December 31. So in this time when I want to check how many images I want to get, you can see I want to get from year of 2015 to 2020 total 5 images because this is the annual collection. Annual collection means that I can get the for 2015 this time I want to get the one image. 2016 I want to get the another image. 2017 I want the another image. 2018 I get the another image. So I want to check it. Okay, so I simply use the print function and then I simply call the filter NDVI. Okay. And when you want to mainly identify the how many images is available in here, then we can use a function. It's called the size function. And then click to the run. So now you can see it will be showing my result in my console tab. So just I simply, you can see 6 images. Why I can get the 6 images? You can see I can get the image for 2015, then 16, then 17, then 18, then 19, and finally 20. So total 6 year I want to get this image in this time in here. So in this time I want to just in this time I need to reduce this image collection and show on my map. So we can use the different way for reducing this image collection. In this time I want to make the composite of my NDVI in here all of the 6 year images and make the average NDVI pixel value. Average NDVI pixel value. So for this I simply take another variable and give the variable name is that suppose average NDVI. You can use any name, no problem. And then I simply call the filter NDVI and then paste here, and I use here the reduce function. Reduce is a statistical function, and when you want to in this time I want to statistically I want to calculate the average. So I simply use here the EE dot reducer dot mean. Okay, so in this time it will be stored in my variable. In this time I simply use here the suppose map dot add layer function, and then I simply just call this average NDVI this variable and paste here. In this time you can see when I run this code is showing my whole country, suppose whole over the world between this time period. I want to get the result. Okay, so it will be working. You can see And finally we can get the totally ash color map or white color map, because I did not add any visualization for high NDVI value, how what I want to add. Okay, so I did not add any visualization. Just a minute. So it's
Okay.
working.
NDVI.
So I check my internet connection.
You do for the small place. I understood. You go for the small area.
Okay, so in this time, when suppose I want to need this NDVI between this time period for my country of Bangladesh. Okay, so I simply import my shapefile. So here I already imported my shapefile for country boundary of Bangladesh. So in this time I just simply import the shapefile in my code editor. Actually there is a whole world, so lot of data set in this here, so that's why it takes
Yes.
some effect.
Yes.
So I simply use my
Yes,
small
yes,
area.
Of course. Yes.
Suppose this is my region of Bangladesh shapefile. So here I already import the shapefile in here. So in this time I simply click to the import.
Okay.
So just click to the import. You can see my shapefile will be imported, and variable name is the table. If you want, you can simply change it and put the name is that, suppose I put the name is that ROI. Okay, you can put any variable name. So in this time you can see this average NDVI is showing the result for the whole world. But in this time I don't need for the whole world. I need only for my country of Bangladesh. So that's why I simply just use here the function. Suppose I simply take the variable and give the variable name is the, suppose, study area, and then I simply call the average NDVI and paste here. In this time I simply use the clip function. It's just clip with my shapefile, and my shapefile variable name is that ROI. So I simply use the ROI. In this time I want to show the result only for my study area, and my study area is stored this variable, this study area. I simply copy this variable name and paste here, and when I click to the run, so now I can get the result only for the country boundary of Bangladesh.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So now you can say I can get the result for the Bangladesh. So in this time I want to
Yes.
set here the visualization for better looking, where the dense visualization is available or not. I can easily understand. So you can see in this time,
Yes.
this data set is already reprojected. Okay, so here you can see we can get the result, our sequence range between the -1 to +1. So that's why in this time we don't need to use the reprojected our scale value. But when you want to get on your modis data, here you can find this the scale is not between within the our range between the -1 to +1. But in this time you can see we can get the result this here. So that's why you don't need to reprojected our scale value. But when you want to use the modis data, you must be reprojected. So in this time I simply copy this visualization code from here for the different color code. So I simply paste in my code in here. So I simply just paste. So in this time here you can see I simply copy this variable name from here. Actually in this code they are using the mean pixel value start from the 0 and max up to 1, and they are also using the
One.
different types of color plated. Okay, so in this time I simply copy this variable name for the visualization, and then I simply paste after the my object name study area. This is my object, and then I simply put here this object name, my visualization color. So now I click to the, and you can see now I can get easily colorful map of the NDVI for the Bangladesh between the year. So here I can see.
Yes.
So I can get the NDVI map for the Bangladesh in here. So in this time you can see, if you want you can easily export this map, and then you can also use this. Suppose in this time, okay, you can, this is our map, and we can easily identify this is our city of Dhaka city. Here we can see the very less vegetation. Okay, so if you want you can also, you can see this is our less vegetation area. Okay, so if you we can easily identify the NDVI from this map where the NDVI is the low or high, and in this time we can easily export this map. Okay, we can easily export this map, before the starting the exporting, I also try to show you the another way. Then move to the exporting. The two way I will try to teach you how you can easily export the satellite image and how you can easily export that this NDVI type map NDVI. Okay, so then you can easily understand. So in this time, I will move to my next slide and try to discuss about that how you can easily filtering the satellite image. And then I also move to the export both at the same time for satellite image as well as this NDVI map. Okay, so I simply open my slide. Okay. So in this time, I also try to discuss about that how you can easily filtering and visualizing the satellite images. So mainly we can easily visualizing and filtering the Landsat or Sentinel images in from the Google Earth Engine platform, as well as also all of the satellite images we can easily filtering and displaying in my Google Earth Engine platform. When you want to filtering the satellite images from Google Earth Engine platform, then we should know some factor. So first of all, you need to you can see, first of all you need to select your region. Okay, first of all you need to select your region. This is the one factor. So which area you want to need the satellite image, first of all you need to select your region. Suppose I want to need the satellite image for the region of Dhaka city, so this is my one kind of region and one kind of factor. And another factor is that you also need to filter your image metadata or image properties. Suppose I want to need only for those images which image is will not be more than 1% cloud cover. So I want to also select the filter image metadata which image will be not more than 1% cloud cover. So this is my one kind of factor. I want to filter the image metadata. Suppose, and finally, suppose I want to need the satellite images for a specific time period. Suppose you want to calculate the NDVI for a specific time period, then you also need to filter the image according to the specific time period. Suppose you want to calculate the NDVI for the wet season or dry season, then you also need to need the satellite image for the specific time period in wet season and dry season. Okay. So when you want to filter the satellite images, we always follow the same three factor. First factor is that we need to select our region, we need to filter our image properties, we need to filter our image specific time period. So in this time, I also try to show you that how you can easily filter according to the using this factor. Okay. So I simply go to my slide. I simply open my new code editor. Suppose in this time, I want to just filter the Landsat 8 satellite imagery. So first of all, I simply just look in the browse data catalog, and then I simply open my Landsat 8 image collection. You can see Landsat. I simply click to the Landsat, and here I can get lot of collection about the Landsat. You can see for Landsat 9, Landsat 8, Landsat 7, Landsat 5, Landsat 4, Landsat 1.
Yes.
So all of the image collection filtering process is the same. In this time, I also show you the Landsat 8, but you can also try to the Landsat 9, Landsat 7 for filtering for your own region and get the satellite image. So in this time, I simply click to here. And here I can get all of the collection of the Landsat 8 for top of atmospheric, surface reflectance image, raw image. All of the image collection process is the same. So in this time, I want to use the top of atmospheric image for Landsat 8 collection. Here you can get all of the dataset availability date. You can see we can get the dataset from this time period. Okay. And also you can see dataset provider. So mainly this dataset provider is the USGS and Google. And also you can see the Earth Engine snippet. Okay. So this is the Earth Engine snippet is that unique ID. So this is the unique ID for Landsat 8 image collection. Okay. And every satellite image has every single unique ID. Okay. So in this time, I simply copy this. I simply copy this image collection from here. Just copy. And then I simply paste here. Just the import. I simply put a variable name. You can use any variable name. So I simply put the variable name is that, suppose I put the variable name is that L8. So I simply use here the L8. Okay. So now all of the Landsat 8 top of atmospheric collection is stored this variable L8. So now I want to check
L8.
how many images is available for the whole world between the time period year of 2013 to present time. How many images is available for the whole world for Landsat 8 top of atmospheric collection? Okay, I want to check it. So I simply use the print function, print, and then I call the variable name is the L8, and then use the size function. Size function is determined how many images is available. Okay, so I simply click to the run. You can see now it will be running, and now it will be showing how many images is available for the whole world between the time period for year of 2013 to present time. Okay, so we can get the lot of collection. Okay, more large collection we can get. You can see. So now,
So, for example,
yeah.
when we are doing with Landsat 8, which is the best satellite image for this land use land cover mapping?
So this is the surface reflectance, and top of
Okay.
atmosphere is also available, but I all time surface reflectance as well as all. If you want, you can also use the top of atmospheric, no problem. But top of atmospheric is also perfect for the calculating the indices. Suppose NDVI, NDWI. Okay. So here you can see, here I can get the more than 1 million satellite images we can get from here. The large inter-large collection you can get for the whole world. So in this time, I don't need for the whole world. I need only for my region. Suppose I want to need the satellite images for my region of Dhaka city. So I simply just open my Dhaka city shapefile or Dhaka city shapefile. You can see this is my shapefile. I want to need the satellite images only for this region, not for the whole world. So in this time, I simply just import the shapefile in my code editor. So I simply click to the import. You can see this shapefile is the imported in here. So I simply put the variable name is that suppose RY. Okay. In this time, I want to just filter this whole image collection according to my region of interest. So according to my region of interest, I want to just filter it. So I simply take a variable and give the variable name is the suppose filter region. You can put any variable name. Then I simply call my full collection or whole collection. In this time, this whole image collection is stored in the variable L8. In this time, I want to not fit the for the whole world. For the whole collection, I need only for my region of Dhaka city. So in this time, this whole collection, I want to set with my boundary. And my boundary is that Dhaka city boundary. Okay. So that's why I simply use here the filter bounds function. So I define my filter boundary, which boundary I want to need this satellite images. So I simply use here the filter bounds function, and then I simply, you can see what is the argument. This argument is the geometry. In this time, I simply put my geometry. My geometry is my shapefile variable name, and my shapefile variable name is that RY. I simply put it the RY. So now you can see, I just in this time I want to check how many images is available for my region of Dhaka city. I want to check it. So I simply use the print function, and then I simply call the filter region. This is my variable, and this variable is stored this image, which image is the available only for the Dhaka city, because I use the filter bounds function according to my region. So I simply copy and then just paste at this variable name and use the size function and then click to the run. So now you can see I can get how many images I want to get for my Dhaka city. I can get 378, and this image is between this time period year of 2013 to present time. Okay, so in this time, suppose from these 378 images, I want to need only for this image, which image will be not more than 1% cloud cover. I want to need only for those images. So for this, I simply filter my image properties or image metadata. So I simply take a variable and give the variable name is the suppose filter metadata. You can use any variable name, no problem. I simply the filter metadata. In this time, I want to need from the 378 satellite images, I want to need only for this image, which image is less than 1% cloud cover. I want to need only for this image. So I simply copy the filter region. I simply copy this variable name and paste here. And then I simply use the function, this function called the filter metadata. Okay, so filter metadata, this is the function. Mainly we can use the function for filtering the image, specific image properties. So here you can get, first argument is the name. Basically this is the image properties name, then operator, then value. So I want to select, suppose my image properties, I want to need cloud person less than 1%. So I simply copy this cloud, my image properties name. I simply copy the name, and then I simply paste here in here. Okay. So cloud cover. Then I simply select the operator. I want to select the operator is that less than. So I simply use there the less than, less than, less than. Suppose I want to set the value is that 1. So I need the satellite image on less than 1% cloud cover. Okay. So I want to check in this time for my region of Dhaka city, how many images is available less than 1% cloud cover. I want to check it. So I simply use the print function, and then I simply call the filter metadata, and then use the size function, and then click to the run. So now you can see how many images for the less than 1% cloud cover I can get. Here I can get 56 images I want to get, and this 56 images is the between this time period. Okay, between this year of 2013 to present time. But in this time I don't need for the whole all of the full time period. Suppose I want to need the image for year of 2021. So I simply select my time period, a specific time period. So I simply take a variable and give the variable name is the filter date. You can use any variable name, no problem. I simply use the filter date, and then you can see I want to need only from the 56 images. I want to need only for this image, which image is available for the year of 2021. I want to need for this time period. So I simply call the filter metadata because this variable is stored at 56. From this 56 image, I want to select only for this image, which image is available for year of 2021. So I simply use the filter date function, and then I can say I put here my start date and end date. So I simply put here year of 2021, 1st January, and also put here the end date is that year of 2021, December 31. So now I want to check how many images is available for this time period. How many images is available? So I simply use the print function, and then I simply call the filter date variable, simply call the filter date and paste here, and then I simply use the size function, and then now it will be showing me how many images is available for my region between this time, this 4 images. Okay.
4 images.
Yeah. So just a minute, I just.
Okay. No problem.
Okay, so now you can see here I can get only for the 4 images. And what is the properties? So what is the properties of this 4 images? So this 4 image properties, first of all, this 4 image is the less than 1% cloud cover. This 4 image is available for my Dhaka city region. This 4 image is between this time period, okay, year of 2021. So I can get this 4 image. So I want to check what is the exact acquisition time of satellite for the 4 images. I want to check the time. What is the 4 image? And this 4 image is not taken at the same time of the year of 2021. At the same time, it's not taken. So it takes a different time. Okay. So I want to check the time period when this satellite is the captured this image. I want to simply use the print function, and then simply copy the filter date, and then paste here, and then click to the run. So now you can see we can get all of the image collection result in here. So now I just simply increase this, so you can see here I can get total 4 elements. It means that here I can get total 4 satellite images, and every satellite images has a total of 17 bands. So I can simply click to here, and then you can see bands. Simply click to the bands, and here you can get all of the band. And when you go to the feature, here you can see every single image. Suppose 0, it refers to the first image. So here you can this first image acquisition date is that year of 2021, 17 March. Second image is the year of 2021, 28 November. And third image is the year of 2021, 17 March. And also you can see the fourth image is the year of 2021, 28 11. So here I can get the every single image acquisition date for my region. So in this time, if you want, you can also need the, suppose I want to need only for this image for this time period. I want to work with this time period. Or if you want, I want to need this image for making the NDVI or NDWI only for this time. So you need to also show the only for the single image. So for this you can simply click to here, and you can see every single image has an ID. Okay, so I can simply copy the ID from here. Simply copy the ID from here, and then I want to show. Suppose I want to work with this satellite image, for which image is the captured the satellite this time period. So I want to work with the satellite image. So for this, I simply in this here, I just simply take a variable, and this variable name is the, suppose I put the variable name is the image, and then I simply use here the ee dot image, and then I simply paste here the ID, image ID. So I simply put the image ID. Okay, so now you can see my specific time or my single image, which image is the capture in the year of 2021 17 March. This image is the imported in this variable, and this variable is the image. Okay, so now I want to use this image for making the NDVI or make the LULC map or anything I can do. So in this time I want to show the result. I simply use the map dot add layer, and then you can see I simply use the image, then click to the run. You can see it's showing the layer, but I did not show my result. So in this time I'm focusing the center of the shapefile. I simply use the map dot center object function, and then I simply call my variable name. Shapefile variable name is that ry, and then use the 10 for zoom level, then click to the run. So now you can see I can get the tiles. Okay, so I can get the satellite image tiles, you can see, but you can see it will be showing the as the tiles for the for the whole region, but I want to need for my region for the Dhaka city this shapefile. So I simply use a function. I can simply use here the clip function. It will be clipping with my shapefile. My shapefile is that ROI. So click to the run. You can see in this time this image has a problem. You can see this image is not cover my full area, so it will be showing these tiles only for this region. So you can see my reason is that I want to show my shapefile in here. So I simply use here the map dot add layer, and then I simply add the layer for my ROI, my shapefile layer. So now you can see okay, so you can see my region is not completed. Okay, some area is not completed with the satellite images for this region. So this satellite, this tiles is not cover my area. So that's why I simply try to use the another. Suppose I want to use the another check which tiles is cover my area. I want to find out. So from here, so I simply use the second image, and then I simply copy this ID. Simply copy this ID, and then paste in here. Then now it will be showing this satellite tiles for my region. So I simply paste here, and then click to the run. So now we can check this satellite image is the cover is my area or not. I want to check it. So it's also not covered. So I also check the another image. Suppose I simply click to here, and then I simply go to the feature. I want to use here the, suppose in this time, third image, and then I simply just copy this ID from here, and then simply paste here. Then click to the run. Okay, so now you can see this image is perfectly cover my region. Okay, so this image is, you can see here up to this image is cover my region, but in this time you can see this image the look like as a black because I did not add the visualization parameter in here. So in this time I want to add the visualization parameter, and in this time we can use the different types of band combination. So in this time I simply just click on this image in here, and you can see the 3 bands. You need to select the band easily for 3 bands. So I simply select here the B4, this is the red band, the green band B3, and also use here the B2, this is the blue band. And I also increase the stress for better looking. Simply click on 98%, and then simply click to the apply. So here you can see in this time this image is look the better, and you can see okay, so this is my satellite image I want to get from here. So now you can see I can get the satellite image for the Landsat 8 for my region of Dhaka city. And you can easily import this. You can see click to the import. When you want to click to the import, this visualization parameter is imported in your code editor. Okay, So I simply click to the import. You can see a new line code will be added here. So you can see the code will be added here. Okay. So I simply copy this variable name from here. I simply copy and then simply paste after the object name. So now it will be set with this code. So basic, and you can see this image 2021 17 March bands. Okay, suppose in this time you want to create the NDVI or for the 17 bands. So when you want to create the NDVI, you don't need for the near infrared band and red band. So that's why you also need to select the band for the near infrared band and red band. So we also try to discuss in this today's class so that you can easily understand. So basically in this time I will try to show you that how you can easily select the single image. Okay, so in this time I simply click here. I can get the ID all of the images, and then I simply paste the ID and I can get the result. This is my satellite image for this time period. Okay, so this is the one way when you want to filter and you can get the single image. Or if you want, you can also use the another method. Another method is that here you can see here I can get total 4 images. Okay, so in this time I want to make a composite from the 4 images. I want to make a median composite. I want to create the median composite using the total 4 images and show the result in here. So it's also possible. So I also try to show you this part. So I simply commenting all of this line because I also send you this practice code. Also when you practice, you can follow this. Okay, so you can easily do this. So in this time you can see this filter date. This filter date variable is stored total 4 images. So in this time I want to use the total 4 images and create a median composite. Okay, using the total 4 image pixel value. So for this I simply take another variable. Suppose this variable name is the final image. You can use I simply the final image, and then I simply call the filter date function. Okay, filter date, because this filter date is my last object, and this object is stored my total 4 images. So I simply call the filter date. In this time I want to create the median collection. So I simply use here the median, and then you can see I just simply use here the map dot add layer function, and then I simply call the final image because in this time I want to show the result, and this result is the combination of the total 4 images median pixel value. Okay, so just I simply paste here and then click to the run. So now I can see it created the median composite of this satellite images. Total 4 images created the total. From the total 4 images I can get the median composite, but in this time I had not use the clip function, so that's why it look like this. So I simply use here the clip function. So I simply use here the clip function and clip with my shapefile. Shapefile is that RY. Okay, then click to the run. Okay, no problem. I also recording. Okay, so I also send you this recorded video, as well as I also streaming this. So that's I also send you the streaming part. No problem, so that you can easily understand. Okay, so now you can see in this time I want to show the result in my only for my region. So I simply use the clip function and then click to the run. So in this time here you can see I can get the result in here for my region. It's a clip function. So in this time I want to add here the visualization. The same way you can simply go to here and then click in here, then you can select the band combination. So here you can see all of the band you can get. So all of the band. So I want to select the red band. For the red band, then green band and blue band. This is the true color composite I want to select. Also it's 98% for better looking. So click the apply. So now you can see I can get the result like this. Okay, and I can simply import this, and you can see new line code will be added here. So I simply copy this variable name because this is my visualization variable name, and paste after the object name of elements, then paste here. And I also put the layer name. Suppose this is my
432.
So I simply use here the true color composite or true color like this. So when I click to the run, you can see in my layer name is showing the true color. Okay, and I also get the satellite images in this time. You can see. Okay, so this is my satellite image. I can easily use the satellite image for making the NDVI map, NDWI map, as well as also make the LULC map. In this time, this satellite image is come from the total 4 images median pixel value. Okay, and I also try to show you that how you can easily select the only for single time period. You can see only for the year 2021 17 March, this time image how you can easily use. Okay, so if you want, you need the median collection, you can use the median. If you want to any single image collection, using the process, you can also do for this. Okay, so I hope you can easily understand about this. Any question you can ask me? Any question
Sir,
in here?
I want to know, like when we do the composite method using Landsat satellite images, then the value, the information which we are getting is different with the original data. Like if for 5 years, like 2005 to 2010, I take one data, and if we compare this data with 2005 or 2010, that what is the maximum difference? Does my data is correct or wrong?
Okay, so in this time I created the median composite. So in this time, this median composite is created the total 4 images pixel value. So here you can see, here I can get the total 4 image or 4 image scenes. Okay, 4 image scene. So this 4 image is created the median result. Okay, and but in this time when I want to use the only for the single image, this single image is only for this time. Suppose all of the band value is the in this time, this single image I can see only for this image band value in here. Okay, but when I want to combine all of the image and create the median pixel value, then I can create the median images. Okay, so that's why it also some different we can get the differentiate result. So mainly we can use the median different process. Suppose you want to see, suppose when you want to check some satellite image, this satellite is not covered the full region, or when you want to check, suppose it's cover all of the around, but some middle portion there is the no satellite image.
Yeah.
You can get some
Yeah.
images. So then we also use the median composite or average pixel value. Then so that's it's also fill up the space where there is the no satellite image. Okay, so then we also use the median. So it also covered this area or covered this region and take the pixel value from the all of the images and create the median pixel value. If you want, you can also use the average pixel value, or then we also need to use here the mean. Okay, then it created the composite using the all of the images which I want to get in here, total 4 images. All of the 4 images created the average pixel value and get the and fill up this space. Okay, then we can get the result.
Yes,
But if you want,
Yes.
you can also use the single image for your research, no problem. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so in this time I want to show you that how you can easily export this satellite image for your region and you can get the result. So